The real thing about the technology for me is I could imagine myself spending my time in my studio day after day, as you see, after day, creating music, whatever it is that I'm creating, and sending it out on a record, like a painter puts it on the wall. But this is even more special because records are cheap. So anyone who wants to listen to it can listen to it, and I don't have to go into an auditorium. I don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. This is the real thing with the new technology. This is where it could really take you. A new kind of composer who is a studio artist. What was happening with the RCA synthesizer was 12-tone music with a synthesizer. The first study of Stockhausen is a 12-tone piece with electronics. This is making what I call new old music with machines. I thought that was a dumb idea from day one. I mean, we've got a new machine. What we want to do is approach it with musical creativity. Oh. That's musical creativity. It has nothing to do with scales or anything else. That's the raw element. And technology would allow you to move back to your inner self, take out musical, and going back 40,000 years and not say this is the right way to do it for 40,000 years until you can't think of another way to do it. And you break the grounds by making a new old music, right? Instead of using keys, we're going to do it with 12 tones. But you're using tones. What if you grew up with didgeridoos? You can't have 12-tone music. You have different kind of music. Now you have technology which doesn't have anything. That's why my thing was, and here's what we did. Buchla comes along. He says, I can do what you want to do. I said, but the one thing we do not want is a black and white keyboard. First, that's the most important thing. We build what I called at that time an electronic music easel that does not introduce what you're supposed to do. I wanted it to be wide open, but I found out that it was much harder. Between 1959 and 1960, Bank of America issued the first actual credit cards. So not only was all technology that would deal with media going to be cheap, but you didn't need any money to buy it. And understanding media, reading the McLuhan, I realized that it wasn't just me in my studio, but it was the whole world that was going to change. Everything was going to change. And that's when I decided, if I have the aptitude to do this, to move into this direction and be at this edge, we are living at that moment at the crest of a wave, like the beginnings of the printing press. We're at the edge of something so enormous, the first writing, the first language, this is the first of a huge change in the entire world. And I could continue writing music and add to the thing. I could play the clarinet. There's no way I could offer to the world anything like what Beethoven did. There's nothing wrong with not doing that, but if I truly have the ability to be at this moment and be part of this, whatever it's going to be, and even the tiniest impact on it, what a thing to, how could I give that up?